Back in, man. Back in.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there dead on the side of the road. And yeah, I guess somebody has bigger plans for me. Who knows? I don't know if you're religious or not, but I don't know. And now, dude, now it just feels like crazy destiny. Because now there was this bloke named Jim Brown when I was growing up. I always wanted to be him. He was an NFL football player and he played lacrosse as well. So I got into those two sports. And I was like, I'm gonna be the next Jim Brown. I'm gonna do what this guy did. He was like the best ever, and at his peak, he quit, he retired, and he became a movie star. And I was like, boom, that's me. And luckily my parents were always together. They raised me good. They were pretty, we were always dragging our mom out of place. She was extroverted, talking a lot, and I'm so thankful that she kind of made me that way because now with a noticeable disability, people are always asking what happened and what's going on. And now I feel like I have this contribution to society to show them not only is it okay to struggle but necessary for success, right? And now I'm famous, so I already got that bit. I mean, everywhere I go, people are, it's like I'm a mixture of like a fit bird and an alien. Like people are like, what is the crack with this guy? What's going on? But but yes, and now last summer on my 30th birthday, Team USA offered me a contract. So now I'm a professional athlete and famous. So it's like, and to be able to do a sport that my father was so involved in, and he had a dream to be a professional as well. It's really surreal, and I'm getting to see that, like we were talking about gratification before, all this hard work I've done, all these stupid workouts and breathing techniques, I'm seeing it start to pay off. And I'm trying not to like freak out and be like, everything is amazing and I'm on top of the mountain, because I know there are going to be more struggles, and I do have to bust my butt and get better still, because I want to be the best, or at least the best I can be. And it's going to take a lot more work, but mostly just staying healthy, honestly. But it's cool that I'm seeing so much of this success, and I'm seeing, it's like I feel like just destiny is taking me on a ride, and I'm just like, as long as I don't overdo it, I'm going to be fine, and it's really cool to be able to feel that way. And I think, dying and living has given me a perspective where I kind of know when to kind of let things play out, because I think a lot of people do, you get anxiety and you just want to do something and move and go, but like a lot of time you just got to, like, let the day go on, eat healthy, chill out, breathe, just breathe, all you got to do. But yeah.
I got a saying of you gotta dig holes, right? And like every day you gotta go outside, you gotta dig a hole. Sometimes you're gonna go out with a shovel, other times you're gonna go out with a fucking grenade, other times you're gonna go out with a bulldozer, and sometimes you're gonna have to go out with a teaspoon and shift a little bit of dirt from one side to the next. But every day you're gonna have to go outside and you're gonna have to dig holes, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, work is work. And that is it. Sometimes it's not going to be the huge leap forward that we kind of glamorize. It's like the Rocky Balboa motivational fucking clip. It's not always going to be like that, guys. Sometimes you're going to get up at 9 o'clock rather than 5. You know, you're going to get out to training an hour and a half late. You're going to have skipped breakfast. It's going to be all types of weird, but you're going to find your little win, just that little W. You're going to find it. Maybe you warmed up, you did a little bit more stretching today. Maybe you
Yeah.
actually did some stretching today
Right. Yeah.
rather than skipping it, right? Maybe you had a
Oh,
conversation that allows you to see a different perspective with somebody that you would usually just give them the cold shoulder. It's like finding that W. Go outside and dig holes. Work is work, man. Like it doesn't have to be this giant thing. because those little steps will get you there.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Yeah, you plan your workout, you get there, and boom, the foam roller is not there, or forgot this. So it's always funny to see how different it is in reality compared to your expectation, and
Oh, dude.
and it's always different. It's always there. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's way better, sometimes it's way worse. And yeah,
I think we overestimate what we can do in a day and underestimate what we can do in a year. Like the way I think of, like, I coach a lot, right? That's kind of the main gig, is I just get in front of people and try and get them to move around a little bit better, right? Adult PE, if you will, you know. And I say to myself quite regularly of like, Al, your goal is to be good in a week. It's also to be great in a month, but it's to be unfucking beatable within a year. And like, if I see somebody for 60 minutes 3 times a week, it's 3 hours. You know, they're probably going to turn up late, 5 minutes late one of those times. All right. So now we got 2:55. I might bugger up some timings and we finish early or late or whatever. So it's even less. They might come in with a chip on their shoulder because they just got screamed out by the, whatever. It's like,
yeah,
in a week, you're not going to do much, man. Do what you can, develop that relationship, lay those foundations. Cool. High five, see you tomorrow. High five,
yeah,
see you tomorrow. Like same. Half a year later, now that's a different athlete. Now that's a different person. Emotionally, they're a lot more resilient. Mentally, they're a lot more resilient. They can do things physically that they could never do before. So it's just a physical representation of their mental competence, right? Which then builds their confidence, right? So then they walk in with a chest a little bit taller and a smile on their face, and they're initiating conversations with folk that they probably wouldn't have. It's like, oh, I'm all shelled up, and now next thing you know, they're fucking upright, throwing shit everywhere.
yeah,
I tell people to give me some jokes, man. Like, rip into me. Come on. I'm as white
yeah.
as Casper the Friendly Ghost. Just give me something here, guys. And the next thing 3 months, 6 months, a year later, they're like, throw something back at me. I'm like, there you go. There's your
Yeah.
confidence, mate. You're not going to take no shit anymore, and
Hmm.
I think that's it, man. Just develop or commit to that journey. What's the age-old Buddha saying? Like, happiness ain't a destination, it's a journey. Yeah, again, cliche as fuck, but
Yeah.
it's the right, man. Just keep walking, man. It's
Yeah.
everything's around you, the present moment. Like tomorrow, fuck that, it ain't here. Yesterday is gone, bro. Like,
Yeah.
we might not wake up tomorrow, dude. Legit might not be a thing.
Yeah.
Just get in, do your thing, get a fist bump, have some wine at the end of the day if that's your thing.
Yeah.
Just do something, man. Like, tick
Yeah.
that box, get that W, and see you tomorrow.
Yeah. And how good is it with sport or anything like that? Like even injuries, they'll give you this time limit. You're like, what? Like 8 months? Like, what am
Yeah.
I gonna do for 8 months? But that's when you don't see anything in a day, maybe not even a week, but 1 month goes by and you look back and you're like, oh man, yeah, my like I can, my measurements are better, my whatever is better. And that's what I love about sport. And I'm glad that I just got into it young is you don't really you get that timeline of like, it's not instant gratification, but if you put some months in, put some time in, you get better, you learn something from it, and
Yeah.
I think that is super beautiful, is finding the beauty in the struggle. And yeah, and how good is that, after even a year. And when you say, 1 year, that's not much,
No.
but you see how much better you can get in a year, and you get to see that success and you see that gratification, and it's how good. And then you can maybe be like, oh, maybe if I read a book, maybe, or I read for a year, learn how to write, maybe I can learn something else that's not sport. And it kind of shows you that's what it is you put time into something, that's how you get good at it. And yeah,
Yeah.
I always tell kids, we don't really remember the first 10 years, we don't remember the last 10 years. Probably takes 3 to 5 years to get good at anything. So just start doing stuff, just pick something and do it a bunch, and you'll get good at it. And you can get good at a lot of things too, but you wait till you're 30, then you only got, maybe 20 years. So now you only got four things you're going to be good at in the next 20 years. And it's like, and even that, you're lucky to stick to discipline enough to be just do those four things. You're like, oh, I'm going to forget this hobby, try this hobby. And it's like, all right, well, you're going to be shit at a bunch of things, or you're going to be good at a couple things, and yeah, time, man. We got so much of it, but we don't have any. It goes by.
It's taken away every second. Yeah, and I think the skills that we develop are not conditional to the environment in which we learn them. It's like
Mm,
just try
yeah,
something, man. Like, and if you quit within a week, okay, probably too soon. But if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. If you quit within 5 years, great. It's not a quit. You're changing direction. You've developed all that knowledge and you're taking it with you, right? Maybe that
totally.
sport wasn't for you and you aren't going to make it to the pros, or maybe like an injury took you out of the runnings, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Or you're like, well, I really thought this was going to be a career and I really loved the job. But I was like, yeah, loved, past tense. You loved it for 3 years, 5 years, and it's like now we're in the seventh and you're dragging your ass to the office and you hating it, and now your relationships outside of the work is suffering for it. So yeah, just fucking rudder adjust, man. Go do something else,
Totally.
mate. It's all
Yeah.
good. Fucking hell.
Yeah. And I think people always think they can, like cross training. It's like, oh, if I do this, then I'll maybe be better at, the balance or using my body this. But, also, more than just physical things, like you're learning mental discipline as
Yeah.
well. So like, and you can bring that to anything. So it's like, you're learning, even if you don't think you are. If you think you're wasting time, like you can usually bring one aspect of something that you've been putting a lot of time into other things.
Yeah. Yeah, like a few weeks ago, oh, maybe close to a month ago now, we did a bit of a sprint workout in the gym. And I was like, right, guys, you give them a bit of a brief, right? And you're like, I'm going to give you all a grenade. I'm going to take the pin out. And let's see what fucking happens. Dig yourself a hole and chuck yourself in head first, right? I thought to myself that, you obviously do your prep. And I thought to myself, right, I'm going to fucking be on their ass all session. I'm going to make sure they are dead, right? And at the end, I make sure everyone goes outside, get some fresh air, yada, yada, yada. First of all, good job. Everybody moved well. Nobody fucked themselves over. We came out injury free. Yeah, well done. But I was like, guys, the main reason why I'm on your fucking case is because you've now developed ways to deal with anxiety. I was like, I was in your face for 60 minutes. This
Right.
workout was shit. It was really hard. Like you at times forgot your name because intensity is through the goddamn roof. I was like, yeah, we're not going to be doing that every day. We're not going to be doing that every week. We're going to sprinkle it in here, there, and everywhere. Sometimes I'm going to be on you like that. But you've now
Yeah.
developed pathways to be able to deal with that anxiety, that stress. This is in a relatively controlled environment. That's my job, to keep you safe during this, right? It's like, it's not like we're fucking skiing down a bloody mountain like some crazy motherfuckers like yourself,
Yeah.
right? I was like, no, no, we're in the four walls of a gym, for Christ's sake. Like, you're gonna be okay, you know. And then they're like, oh yeah. And the next thing you know, you just see it weeks later, months later, years later in different gyms that I've been in. Confidence, the resilience of people, the mental toughness of people,
Hmm.
the tenacity just to like fucking give it some big licks and carry on, mate.
Yeah.
It's so powerful, this physical thing. Like, let's go express ourselves, let's go do shit. And we learn stuff without having to be like, oh yeah, what's this definition in a textbook? And then how do I relate it to life? I was like, fuck that, go figure it out. Like, go swim, go ski, go hike, go,
Yeah.
row. I don't know, whatever. Figure it out.
Yeah. And how much more are they going to enjoy, if they do get that spa day or a massage?
Oh yeah, dude.
They're going to think about that time with you in their face, and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, how good is this massage I'm getting? And yeah, that, the valley lows bring the mountain peaks, and if you never hit the valley low, then you're never going to get to the valley peak. And that's, that maybe some people live in that middle area, but Yeah, how good is that to at least know that edge and know where your limits are, you know?
Yeah, I don't know about you, man, but if I'm not physically or mentally destroyed, like fucked, absolutely shattered, I can't I can't relax. I can't put my feet up. Like it mentally just sends me crazy. I'm like, yeah, but you've not done anything, man. Like what why do you need to rest? You're not resting from nothing.
Yeah, totally is. Yeah, it's, I'll if I don't do something in a day, I'll usually, I'll bugger my diet or something
Yeah.
to try to compensate for it, but it's really just like, you just gotta, yeah, you gotta like know when to quit or, you know,
Well, I got three questions.
go on.
What's the greatest piece of life advice you've ever received?
Um, Probably how fragile life is, but also, you need to live it. You can, yeah, you can lose your life easy, so quick, but you can also lose your life very long. You can drag that on for years. If you're not living, then you can be breathing but not living, you know. You gotta live your life. You gotta go find those boundaries. You gotta do something that you don't want to do, you know? And I think that's the best bit I've got was how fragile life is, but you got to live it.
I mean, most people die at 25 and we bury them at 75, right?
Right.
It's fucking scary. I don't know about you, mate, but that's not gonna be me, dude.
It is, man. And a lot of times, you see these people out, not, I don't have anything wrong with partying or anything, but they'll go 40 years where all they do is work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and then binge drink all weekend. And it's like, man, and these are the people that kind of, I feel like, make this world so great for me to take advantage of. I'm really happy and I'm very lucky that I get to do what I do. And I hope it's not at the cost of everybody on planet Earth working these 9 to 5s. I hope they're all happy and healthy. But as you see this, the more you learn, the less you know. I just always thought, you go to university, you get married, start a family, but I'm starting to live and see different cultures, and I'm starting to see that you can really do anything you want in this life, and you just got to do things. You got to work towards it, and then it's all the more better when you get it. When you get that thing you are working for.
Yeah. What's the worst piece of life advice you've ever received?
Um, Probably the classic. So when are you gonna get married at the family holidays?
Yeah.
Feel like there's this script that all the generations have these different scripts, and they keep telling the next generation when are they going to get on their script, when are they going to go back to the script. But I think we are all on a un uncharted map. We are writing all our own maps, and yeah, don't listen to anybody's rules. Just write your own map and, yeah, figure it out.
Mhm. Walk your own path, son.
Yeah.
What are the three words you tell your younger self?
What are the 3 words I tell myself?
Tell your younger self.
Breathe. First one's breathe, just because it's the famous saying, right? It's like, all right, hold on, take a breath, think about it. But that's like, and it's funny, it's so obvious, but I still feel like nobody does it. They just act on their natural instincts and either, get mad or whatever, make this decision quick. But if you just took one breath, you'd have a much, you'd just think about it. You'd have a much better decision. Just take a breath, breathe. I think look where you're going. I think like with the journeys, as long as you are looking where you want to go, you'll end up there, right? It's physics.
Mm.
That's a big thing. That's a big thing with skiing and snowboarding. Driving a vehicle, a lot of things. If you look where you want to go, you'll go there, you'll be fine. But if you're looking down at the path, you're going to hit everything. You're going to hit what you're looking at. You go skiing through the trees. If you're looking at the trees, you're going to hit them. You got to look the path you want to go. And it's hard because it's scary, it's distracting, but you got to look where you want to go. Breathe, look where you want to go. Breathe, look. And be selfish. That'll be my last one. So breathe, look where you want to go, and be selfish. I think we're not selfish. I think the humans are too selfish in the wrong way, right? Like you all know people that are selfish, but we're selfish in the wrong ways. We're not selfish when it comes to health and
Mm.
mental health, getting your own, alone time and thinking for yourself or reading a book or going to the gym, working out, staying in shape so you're not riddled with anxiety and all these problems and you got to go get medications. I feel like if we were selfish in the right ways, we wouldn't have a lot of these issues. But people are selfish, when they're spending their money or not hanging out with people or being nice to other people and giving back to their family or anyone who they can give back to. We just kind of aren't selfish enough. We don't look out for number one, ourselves.
Mm. Brother, I appreciate your time, man. This has been a fucking honor or a privilege, mate.
Yeah, you too.
It's cool as shit. We got a mutual mate.
Yeah, so cool.
I'll uh I'll have to make sure I flick a message saying we finally caught up.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, should do.
Cool chick, fucking
How
savage.
and how much longer are you in Kiwi land?
We'll see, man.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 6 months, maybe a year. I don't know.
All
I'm a
right.
bit of a nomad. I get itchy feet. I've been here nearly 4 years now, and I'm like, I gotta move around. I gotta see some people. I gotta. I'm big on how am I supposed to know if I've never walked with the people and lived how they live and eat their food and no, I don't fucking know. I don't know what it's like. So let's go talk to those folks. That's
Yeah.
what. To be honest, mate, that's what I say about America all the time.
Mm,
Everybody's got something to say. I was like, guys, I've never been. I've only ever moved. I've only ever traveled through it. How the fuck am I supposed to know?
right.
Like, so I mean, this is beautiful. This thing, I can connect with people. I can talk to them. I can hear those stories and stuff. But hopefully one day I can sit down with everybody in person. Hey, I have
Yeah.
a hug. We share a beer, a coffee, or whatever. We have a workout.
Mhm.
And it's yeah, we'll see where the next thing is. So the next place is. But
Yeah.
I like traveling around, dude.
Because I was just saying because I'm trying to get out there. I'm not positive yet if I'll make it work financially, but I'm really hoping the end of July I'll be out in Kiwi land.
What this year?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
So
Oh, I'll
if
be here
I'll
then.
drop you a line if I do, but we'll see.
Yeah, dude, I'll be here then. Are you gonna go South Island? Or are you gonna go North Island?
Yeah, I'll be South Island
Yeah,
probably
man.
around.
Fuck it, I'll come down.
Yeah, choice.
Yeah, man. We'll go down to like Queenstown or something.
Yeah, I got heaps of mates down there, and could probably get you some free accommodation or a car or whatever.
Fucking
But
say less, mate. We're in.
yeah,
Mate, you
cool.
let you let us know dates and we'll make this shit happen and we'll We'll bring Jordan down.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, man, fucking it. I'll bring my stuff down as well, so we can all like sit around in person and do another one if you want.
Cool. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I used to have a studio up in Christchurch. Like, in fact, George came to the studio in Christchurch.
Cool.
And then like I said, like I shift so much that like I was like, okay, maybe I take it back virtually. Maybe we have these conversations virtually. And most of the people I talk to is across the world as well, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
what, you're gonna get on a plane and come talk to this fucking Northern? Are you crazy? You know?
Yeah,
So yeah, one day I'll get the studio open again, but yeah, we can do that, man. We can sort that out.
totally. Cool, man.
Brother. Honor and a privilege, mate. Stay in touch.
Yeah.
We'll get it done. End of July.
Appreciate your time.
It's on.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day, brother.
Yeah. Cheers.
Man. Bye, everybody.